It's unfortunate that there is a governor in Texas, Governor Abbott, who has politicized this issue of what's happening on the border. And it's not making people's lives safer. It's actually making it harder for law enforcement at the border to do their job.
She just said that this morning. How do you respond?
It's true, by the way. I mean, that's crazy. Why do you think Biden is being such a pussy and not doing anything about this? He could seize control of the National Guard and direct federal agencies to fucking arrest Greg Abbott or something. Well, even beyond that, let's dial it back a second, right? Like, obviously taking action against like a rogue governor of this magnitude is like creating a genuine constitutional crisis that deserves enforcement of sorts. But even before we get there, the question we should be asking is this: why has the Democratic Party not counter-messaged against immigration in the past 4 years, where the Republican Party was always going to inevitably prime their voting bloc and the entire country against immigration anyway? This isn't new. They do this all the time. What, you think a migrant caravan only pops up every 2 fucking years right before the midterms or right before the general election? No. There's always a steady flow of migrants trying to come into the United States because there's so many people in dire economic circumstances, largely caused by, obviously, capitalism, but also the fact that we are directly intervening in the country's affairs to our south through many different reasons, like obviously climate change, destroying agricultural production in South America, and you know, direct political intervention that like causes destabilization and chaos and violence that people are choosing to escape. All these people always want to come to the United States of America. So we know that immigration is going to be a permanent issue. Why are we not correcting the record on immigration? Why has the Democratic Party not brought about the same kinds of talking points against the Trump administration when they're in power? That's the real question you must ask. And the answer is, it's because they don't want to, because they are still beholden to the same corporate interests that take advantage of the two-tier labor structure that we have, where there's a permanent underclass of undocumented migrants. Okay, these corporate interests are still way too important. So the Democrats actually are complicit in this because they take advantage of it. They benefit from the Republicans being like the party of white nativist immigration. And that's precisely the reason why Biden used eminent domain and continued the expansion of the border wall, which was like a symbolic thing to begin with and a waste of money in general. And the Biden administration totally caved on that. And then beyond that, they haven't done anything. They're just like, yeah, they're also tying immigration to funding Ukraine, a spending package for Ukraine and Israel. So they're like, oh, we can't do anything about this. Like, we just have to end up doing more border crackdowns, like more white nativist border crackdowns that the Republicans want. There's no political benefit to it anyway, though. There is no political benefit to this, okay?